Hello, my name's Carrie Hines, and thank you for watching my presentation on reducing debt burden, guiding community college students to completion. The purpose of this presentation is to propose a new first-year student advising curriculum for students attending a small, public, 2-year community college in the Pacific Northwest. The goal of this program is to increase the awareness of student debt and its relationship to at-risk students. Community college students frequently face a number of challenges, causing them to become non-completers. This has a direct effect on their ability to pay their student loan debt. To begin, it is important to understand who attends community colleges. First-generation students are students whose parents have not completed a bachelor's degree and frequently are lacking transgenerational knowledge in regards to policies and procedures for college, specifically those of the application process, registration, and financial aid. Low-income students qualify for a Pell Grant. At this community college, over 75% of students qualify for some sort of financial aid. Out of those, 86% qualify for a Pell Grant. This indicates that a large portion of this community college's population is living at or near the poverty level. Community college students also typically place into remedial coursework and have a tendency to be non-traditional students, meaning they are over the age of 24, they have delayed their college registration, and oftentimes are balancing additional responsibilities such as work and family. Looking more closely at these populations of students, first-generation students are 4 times more likely to drop out after their first year, and 89% will not complete a bachelor's degree within 6 years. More first-time students leave college before completing a degree. This means they are less likely to have a high-paying job, making it difficult for them to repay their student debt. When looking more closely at low-income students, compared to their more advantaged counterparts, young adults from low SES backgrounds have a higher risk of accruing debt burdens that exceed the national average. These students are less familiar with the financial aid system and often accept more financial aid than is necessary to successfully complete their degrees. This can affect their ability to repay their loans after graduation. Looking at students in remedial coursework, 51.7% of community college students begin in remedial coursework. Of those students, only 4% will complete their degree within 2 years. Additionally, students starting at a community college with the intentions of completing a bachelor's degree are 20% less likely to complete this goal than students starting at a 4-year institution. Students attending who are low income and first generation have an even smaller chance of success. Current statistics show only 5% of these students will complete a bachelor's degree. Frequently, part-time attendance lengthens the process for students and becomes an obstacle to their educational goals. Additionally, low SES students are frequently raised in an environment where money is spent, not saved. They're more likely to use financial aid excesses to assist family and friends instead of using it towards educational needs. They are less aware, both during and after graduation, of financial resources, which makes them more likely to accept a lower-paying job and more likely to default on their student loans. The proposed program is designed to increase student completion and financial awareness through the following steps: required meetings with an advisor, career planning, educational planning, transfer advising, and financial and debt management. This program is designed to connect students with an advisor immediately after the application process has begun. Advisors in the Central Advising Office are assigned 125 to 140 advisees, which is below the national average of 296 advisees per professional advisor. Advisors will use a proactive model of advising. This means that they will reach out to the students rather than waiting for the students to reach out to them. Advisors will work closely with admissions to ensure all of the students' required documents have been submitted, and they will become a point person for the new student. In addition, advisors will accompany financial aid counselors to local high schools and the Adult Basic Education Center to assist students with the financial aid process and the in-house scholarship application. The relationship the student begins to build with their advisor will be key to their success. Studies have shown that for every contact a student has with an advisor, their chances of success increases by 13%. The advisor will not only assist their students in understanding the who and the what of higher education, but also the why. Oftentimes, community college students do not understand some of the most basic terms and concepts, such as what is a credit or a syllabus. Career building is vital to identifying a student's educational goal. Determining an intended career helps students to clear a major sooner and have their specific goals in place. Students will be less likely to change their major and therefore less likely to take unnecessary courses once a career path has been determined. Advisors will also use the Idaho Career Information System to help students research wage and employment outlook. By knowing this information in the first year of college, students will be more likely to make informed decisions regarding the amount of money they spend on their education. The amount of debt should not be greater than the anticipated annual salary. Anything above this number will be difficult to repay. As we have seen, students attending a community college are less likely to complete their degree and/or transfer to complete a bachelor's degree. There can be several factors causing this result. 1. Students are not academically prepared to attend college. Meeting with the student on a regular basis allows the students and advisor to identify areas of weakness and to work on developing those skills. 2. Students become overwhelmed with the number of choices. By creating an education plan, a student and an advisor can create a direct pathway to completion. This in turn will help avoid unnecessary courses and create a clear track to their transfer institution. Advisors can also assist students in making the transition from the community college to the four-year institution. The entire program is designed to assist students with their educational goals and keep them on track. The addition of debt management will allow students to use the information they have received to make better financial decisions. Oftentimes, students take out the max amount of student aid, even when this is not necessary to meet their educational needs. As discussed earlier, the at-risk students are not always prepared to make the best decisions regarding how to manage large financial aid excesses. Front-loading information regarding their expected salary and job placement is another way to ensure they successfully navigate through the educational and financial aid process of higher education. As with any program, there are always pros and cons. The pros to this plan is the increase in student retention and completion by assisting students in identifying their career and educational goals. This, coupled with teaching students to be smart and realistic about their financial choices, will help lower the debt burden that students attending community colleges leave with after graduation. The cons of this program are that it is limited in its reach. However, until widespread change is implemented through the federal government, institutions of higher education need to do what they can to increase their students' likelihood of success, and therefore lowering the chances they will find themselves in a debt too great for them to repay. In addition, a potential problem will be student participation. Students must be engaged in their education for this type of program to succeed. The hope is by engaging them early in the process, advisors can keep the students focused and connected to their educational goals. Because this program is designed for such a specific group of students, it is by no means a way to fix the national debt problem. That solution is going to need to be a joint effort between the federal government, states, and institutions of higher ed. What this program does do is break the cycle many community college students face upon entering college. There is a relationship between degree completion rates and the student default rate. It is very easy for students to take out the max amount of financial aid, which in the case of this institution can be in excess of $14,000 a year, when the cost of attendance for an in-state student is only $3,700 per year. By completing their degrees in a timely manner and making good financial decisions, these students can avoid a student debt too great for their future incomes. I thank you for listening to my presentation and have a wonderful day.